What if the key to becoming Pirate King isn't power at all? Imagine a boy who stretches like rubber, laughs in the face of death, and turns the world into his playground. But hidden in his veins, a king of freedom awakens. Is Gear 5 the sign that Monkey D. Luffy is finally ready, or just another wild adventure? Stick around, because this changes everything. The answer might surprise you. Does Gear 5 prove Luffy is ready to be Pirate King? Let's go back to the very beginning to truly understand what drives this rubber kid from a small village. Luffy's dream isn't what most people assume it is. Think about it. When he was just a little kid in Fuchsia Village, sitting under that tree with Shanks and his crew, he heard stories of the sea, of adventure, of the One Piece. And then, with that big grin, he declares, "I'm going to be Pirate King." But pause for a second. What does that really mean to him? It's not about ruling islands. It's not about hoarding all the treasure in the world. It's not even about being the strongest fighter. No. Luffy himself explains it later in a quiet moment that hits hard. He wants to be the Pirate King because that person is the freest on the sea. Free to sail anywhere the wind takes him, free to eat meat until he's stuffed, free to throw a party with anyone he meets, free to protect his friends, no matter the cost. That's his core, pure, unfiltered freedom. Not a throne or a crown, but wings on the endless waves. And for over 1,000 chapters, we've watched him chase this dream relentlessly. Through East Blue, through the Grand Line, facing warlords, admirals, emperors. Losses that broke our hearts like Marineford, victories that made us cheer. But the question lingers. After all this time, is he truly ready to claim that title? To answer that, we have to look at his powers and how they've evolved over the years. Luffy's gears have always been about pushing his devil fruit to new limits. Gear 2, he pumps his blood like an engine, turning himself into a speed demon. But it costs him, shortens his life if overused. Gear 3, giant bones, massive punches that shake the ground. Powerful, but slow, and again a strain on his body. Then Gear 4, Bound Man, Tank Man, Snake Man, combining hockey with rubber for insane strength and versatility. We've seen it dominate Dressrosa, escape Whole Cake Island. These are incredible, but at their heart, they're tools, weapons forged for battle. They show Luffy's willpower, his refusal to give up. But Gear 5 is something entirely different. It's not just another upgrade, it's not evolution in the usual sense. It's an awakening, a true awakening of his devil fruit. Picture it, his hair turns snow white, his eyes sparkle with wild energy, and suddenly the rules of the world don't apply anymore. Rubber isn't limited to his body. He can make the ground bounce like a trampoline, turn Kaido's flames into harmless cartoons, stretch his enemies' faces, grab lightning from the sky like a toy. And the laughter, that unstoppable, infectious laughter, he's not fighting seriously anymore. He's playing, turning the most deadly battlefield into a game, a festival of chaos. No visible strain, no countdown timer. Just pure, boundless joy. Why does this feel so different? Because Gear 5 isn't about domination or survival. It's freedom unleashed in its rawest form. Luffy's imagination becomes reality. Limits? What limits? But there's an even deeper layer here, one tied to the ancient history of the world. Gear 5 reveals the true name of his fruit, the Hito no Mi, model Nika, the sun god Nika, a legendary figure whispered about in forbidden stories, a warrior of liberation who appeared in times of great oppression. He brought smiles to the faces of slaves. He fought for those in chains, dancing and laughing as he freed them. And connected to that, Joy Boy, The mysterious figure from the Void Century 800 years ago, the one who left behind an apology on that poneglyph in Fishman Island, the one who made a promise of freedom that the world is still waiting for. Luffy's heartbeat in Gear 5, those booming drums of liberation, they're the same rhythm as Joy Boy's. Luffy isn't just powerful now, he's the successor, the heir to that ancient will of freedom. His laughter isn't random, it's the sound of chains breaking. It's joy spreading like sunlight after centuries of darkness. Joy Boy couldn't fulfill his promise back then, but Luffy, with his unbreakable spirit, his refusal to let anyone control him or his friends, he embodies it perfectly. Not as some distant ruler on a throne, but as the guy who throws the biggest party the world has ever seen, where everyone is invited and everyone is free. Look at his crew. The Straw Hats aren't followers bowing to a king. They're a family, each pursuing their own dreams, sailing together without any chains holding them back. Now, let's talk about the moment it all came together, the fight against Kaido on Onigashima. This wasn't just any battle, it was the culmination of everything. Luffy charges in, full of confidence, but Kaido is a monster, the strongest creature alive. Blow after blow, Luffy gets knocked down, again and again. We see flashbacks to his lowest points, Marineford, the helplessness watching Ace die, the pain of losing over and over. He's defeated, his heart literally stops. The world thinks it's over, but then it restarts. Boom, boom. The drums of liberation echo across Wano. Gear 5 awakens fully. Luffy comes back, grinning wider than ever. Kaido, this unbreakable dragon, now faces a storm. And through it all, Luffy is giggling, laughing hysterically, not out of madness or mockery, but because he's finally free, truly, completely free in that moment. No vengeance driving him, no rage blinding him. Just fun, pure freedom in every move. Kaido puts up an incredible fight, but in the end, he falls. That final punch sends him into the Earth's core. Luffy stands victorious, not as a conqueror lording over others, but as the freest soul on the sea, living his dream out loud. So, circling back to our big question, does Gear 5 prove Luffy is ready to be Pirate King? Think about it deeply. Yes, absolutely yes. But not simply because he's now one of the strongest. Gear 5 perfectly missed, though he is. It's not because he beat an emperor, mirrors his dream. His power isn't about control or oppression, it's about turning the impossible into play, breaking every chain with a smile. He's become the embodiment of freedom itself. Joy Boy's will, Nika's spirit, alive in him. The Pirate King isn't the one who rules the seas, it's the one who sails them without any restrictions. And Luffy, he's there. He's ready. The world government fears him now more than ever because he represents something they can't control. True joy, true liberation. The sea is waiting for its king, not a tyrant, but a beacon of endless adventure and laughter. If this deep dive into Luffy's journey, Gear 5, and the heart of One Piece got you hyped or thinking, smash that like button to let me know, and subscribe for more videos exploring the themes, lore, and emotions that make this series legendary. Freedom, dreams, found family, and epic joy. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Does Gear 5 convince you that Luffy is fully ready to become Pirate King right now? Or do you think there's still more growth, more challenges he needs to face on the road to Laugh Tale? Drop your thoughts below. Let's have an awesome discussion. See you in the next one.